I think the way you introduced it, this really raises two questions for me. The first question is, with this kind of scientific development, the comfortable material life it brings seems to later lack any spiritual foundation. It lacks a kind of faith. People say why religion is reviving is to make up for this problem, this deficiency. Besides material progress, it's religious faith so that life can be more comfortable and more meaningful, but there's a problem. The progress in material aspects, the special lifestyle it brings to us, as well as some of its ideological and worldview foundations, aren't they actually in conflict with faith? From this science, material progress, what is it based on? We treat the whole world, everything other than humans, as objects. It is something outside of us that we can change, something we can change, something you can alter at will. So we have transformed the ecology of Earth. We have changed the planet into something completely different from what it was 100 years ago. Now, this kind of worldview, its most fundamental and basic assumption is that there is nothing beyond humanity at all. So the external world we actually face something transcendent, no religious force at work. Because of this worldview, science has become so advanced and material life has progressed so much. So in such a context, if my way of thinking is correct, the revival of religion cannot compensate for the spiritual emptiness brought about by material development. It's in conflict here. We felt that the religious revival happening in China, we feel incomprehensible. Looking at the present situation, Taiwan past 20, 25, 30 years, mainland China past decades, this revival of Buddhism, there are quite a few aspects that are at odds with contemporary scientific life, with this modern way of living, with contradictions, but there are areas where they can coexist. So, in your own view on the current Buddhist revival in mainland China, its relationship with mainland modernization, the economic and life attitudes brought about by, or are there no contradictions at all?
I think this is the case. If our religious belief truly remains only at the level of faith and belief, then there is a certain contradiction with material things, because it is merely just a kind of essentially personal, subjective ideology. If it operates under this kind of ideological framework, when it comes to viewing and understanding the material world, there will be contradictions. However, if this religion is built on not only the need for an emotional faith, but also the need for a kind of rational wisdom, if this kind of wisdom directs the development of the entire world, then in this way, as material things continue to develop for enjoying material things, manipulating material things, in fact, it is through wisdom that one makes choices. So I personally believe generally our religious beliefs and the external material development of society also have contradiction. So what exactly are these contradictions? If religion is viewed as a form of superstition, or to put it another way, if it is not superstition, but if this mindset is not carefully guided by wisdom in the right direction, then likely material and religious development will have certain conflicts. However, if it is carefully guided by wisdom, that is to say, in other words, as Buddhism sees it, whether it is the view of equality towards the entire world, or the view of compassion for all living beings, and other such beliefs, these concepts, one could say, as the material world continues to develop, this mentality is increasingly needed now more than ever. So, I think revival of Buddhism in China, actually, this is people finding a unique and meaningful kind of spiritual home for themselves. It's not that it is simply a kind of, there may be some individuals blindly pursue it, but in reality, it is truly a wise choice. It has not hindered material development, nor has it come into conflict with material development resulting in either religion or natural science eventually disappearing. Such a phenomenon will not occur.